Hi everyone, Donna Loudon here from Nails by Donna. And what I want to do today is, I know that you often watch Mary doing my makeup, and I thought I would show you how I do my own makeup. Now, I do use the Farmasi brand of makeup. I just happen to like that brand best, so I use that one. So the first thing that I'm going to do is put on a primer. And this Farmasi is the VFX Pro Camera Ready Perfecting Makeup Primer. And this is what I use to start the process of doing my makeup. So for the primer, you want the primer to be all over your face. So I'm going to put some on my hand, which is usually what I do. I just put it on my hand. And then I use a brush like this to put that primer on. So I'm just going to put it throughout my face. You want to be sure you cover your whole face with the primer. You can usually tell by the feel of the brush if you have the primer everywhere you need it to be. And you always want to make sure you do your neck as well. Okay, there we go. So I have the primer on all over my face. Now I'll use a blending brush to do the actual makeup. And I like to use the CC makeup. Yeah, I'm sorry, it's backwards. I don't know how to get the camera to show it the right way, but the color that I use is light to medium. And again, I will put a little bit on the back of my hand. You can see it. The thing that's good about quality makeup is you don't have to use a ton of it. Now, the reason that I really like this makeup is because I have the rosacea. As you can see, the red spots. And this covers up those red spots really well. So what I tend to do is do my area with my red spots first. And I just pat makeup on my red spots. And as you can see, like if you can tell from the nose here, you can see that it covers fairly well. You probably noticed that I'm doing half of my face so that you can see the difference once I have half my face done. Make sure to do your neck as well. And use the blending brush so that you blend that makeup in well. I put it on my eyelid as well and under my eye. Okay, so you can see there I got half of my face done. And there we go. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the second half. The reason I thought I would do this is it's one thing to watch somebody else putting on someone's makeup, and it's a totally different thing to watch someone putting on their own makeup. And if you're trying to learn how to apply your own makeup, I think it's good to see somebody applying their own makeup as well. So I'm going to make sure I get my eyelids. So basically your foundation is just what it's called, a foundation. So if you use your foundation properly, your face should be close to all one color. And that's why I like the CC, because I feel like it covers really well. And I didn't even use all the makeup that I put on my hand. Okay, so there we go with that one. So you just get the coverage that you want. You don't have to cover as much as I am if you don't want to. But once you get the coverage you want, you're done with your foundation, of course. And there we go. Okay. Cut that part down. Go ahead and do a blush. This is the blush that I have. It's Farmasi Tender Blush On, I think is what it says. And let me see if I can see a color for you. Tender Blush On. I guess Tender Blush On is actually the color. Okay, so what we'll do is we're just going to take a little bit of makeup with our brush. You want to make sure you don't have too much, so I always kind of tap it so that no excess is on my face. And then for me, I will go right up in here. So you can pull this in. And what I see often is too much of the blush. So just make sure you don't put too much of your blush on. So there should be like a little shadow right there. And this is the Farmasi. It's a perfecting, color perfecting, and that will help you. It's face perfecting pressed powder is what it's actually called. And it does have this little puff in it, very small one. And I usually just put that under my eyes a little. Now my eyes are quite puffy, and if you don't like that puffiness, now my puffiness will go away because it's allergies, but I do try to put a little under here to kind of take away some of the darkness. Then I get a face protecting. This is also face protecting, but it is from the BeFit line. And that's the one that I just put a little bit on. And I will just cover my whole face with that. And that just kind of perfects any flaws in your application. I mean, it's not gonna cover major flaws, but it will cover minor flaws. Okay. Got that done. So at this point, I think I will do my eyes. There's a lot of different ways, of course, that you can do your eyes. Now, I do use the Glam Up, and it has several different colors in it, in the palette. And you can see that the two I use the most are this one and this one. But basically for different occasions, you would use different blushes. So I think today I might go a little lighter, so I'm going to do the pinkish purple first. So I'm just using my brush and putting it a little. Again, make sure you take off any excess. You're going to close your eyelid. And just, for me, I just go around the curve of the nail. As you can see, I like my eyes to be fairly light, which is why I use the colors that I use. Okay. And I'm going to use a lighter color. I think I'm going to use this one this time, this light one. And I'm just going to do a little bit like so. And I am done with the eyeshadow. So I can see that one side over here is a little higher. So I will add to that. So they could both be about the same. Okay. So there we go with that. Now I personally don't do eyeliner. And sometimes if it's a special occasion, I will do lashes, but most of the time I just use mascara. And I like to use the double extend. And the double extend looks like this. And it has a volumizer and a lengthener. So I usually do my volumizer first, and then after I've done the volumizer, I'll go back with the length just to get as much length as I can for my lashes without having to wear false lashes. They say I only wear false lashes for special occasions. I want to remember that even though you may not be able to see them, most people have small, tiny, light eyelashes that go almost to the end of the eye. So I like to be sure I get those, because that definitely will add to the volume as well. Okay, so I got my volumizer on. And I'm going to go back with my lengthener. The lengthener is basically the brush. So it's a different style brush that is lengthening the lashes. So usually what I do is just apply to the edge to give it a little length. And if you want to, you can also do your bottom lashes. I know a lot of people don't, but if you don't like using eyeliner, sometimes just doing a light coat on your bottom lashes will give a nice effect to your eye. If you get mascara on your face like that, wait for it to dry. And once it dries, it should flick right off. Okay. ideas. I need to give it a little more time. And see if I can find my brow pencil. And at this point, I'm not finding it, so I'm not going to do my brows. In all honesty, I very, very seldom do my brows. Since I am a blonde, my lashes are supposed to be light. They're not supposed to be dark. So it seems silly to me to put the eyebrow on there. Now, I did order a light blonde eyebrow pencil that I'm going to try out, but I don't know how it's going to work or how it's not going to work. So let me see what colors I have in the Farmasi brand, so we can I'm going to Farmasi on everything. Okay, so let's see, got this one. And this one. I think I'm going to do this one. One thing that I did learn a long time ago was that if you put some powder on your lips, it will help your lipstick to stay longer. Now, a lot of times what I do is I use Maybelline's 24 Hour. So that is a good lipstick to use to your lipstick to stay on. And is this it? No, that's not it. It looks like this, and it has a stay that you would put on. And then you let that dry, and then you put the lip gloss on. And it causes it to stay quite a bit longer. Now, I'm going to take that off. If you just have regular lipstick, you can try just putting a little powder on your lips. And then put your lipstick on. This one is more of a lip gloss. And there we go. So by putting the powder on, often that will help you with your lipstick. Now, I honestly have never tried it with actual lip gloss. I hadn't realized that was lip gloss. I don't know why. But, you know, it works with lipstick. I think this one might be lip gloss too. It's like all the ones I have from Farmasi are lip gloss. But that is one thing you can do to help your lipstick stay longer. So this is the final outcome of doing my own makeup. It's really not that difficult. I know this video was 25 minutes or so, almost 30 minutes. But if I'm not trying to record, I can do this in like 15 minutes as I'm not explaining everything. And I can handle 15 minutes a day to do my makeup. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. And I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.